I forgot to explain what SCP is. So basically, SCP is like this shared universe where there's a secret kind of government organization that contains SCPs. SCP stands for Special Containment Procedures, which describes how the organization captures and contains paranormal and dangerous entities. These can range from a never-ending IKEA with faceless employees that attack you, a creature that stalks homes around the holidays, to a toaster that can only be referred to in the first person. This community has spawned many very good, interesting stories, and even video games, like SCP Containment Breach. Junis Rikkonen, the creator of Containment Breach, exists. I don't really have an end for that sentence. Anyway, this game was relatively popular, especially in the SCP community. I'm not going to go into everything in the game, but you have to escape an SCP facility where there's like a massive containment breach. In 2010, an SCP was added to the universe by Dr. Gears, a notable SCP-er, which describes I forgot to explain the class of SCP. Basically, there's Safe, Euclid, and Keter. Safe being safe, Euclid being harder to contain, and Keter being very hard to contain. Typically, Keter and Euclid SCPs are more dangerous, but the class doesn't describe that. The class only describes how hard it is to contain them. Alright, back on track. So Dr. Gears, like I previously mentioned, created SCP-106, which is actually kind of creepy. It's like a rotting, elderly humanoid creature that can go through anything, corrode anything on contact with its gross fluid. Now this, as the Keter class suggests, is very hard to contain. So Dr. Gears wrote in a way that the organization lures back 106 when it escapes. A protocol which requires injuring human 10 to 25 years old by breaking a big unnamed bone in their body. And this protocol was shown in SCP Containment Breach like this.
Let me go.
If you didn't get the concept, basically, they kill somebody to lure 106 back into itself. That clip is ridiculous and takes itself way too seriously, and unsurprisingly, became a meme. Because let's be honest, it's really funny. Just the clip on YouTube has almost 1 million views. But why is it funny? Probably because it's very overacted and ridiculous, takes itself way too seriously, and is numbingly loud. I had to turn it down in Premiere. I had to turn the volume down to make it even listenable. I can't even believe. Dude, whoever did this voice is incredible. Was one of the most raw, most pure howls of hellish agony I've ever heard. Bro, what are you talking about? You're such a cornball. So here's the point in the video where I'm editing, and I realized I left a whole part out. So here that is. The entire rest of the video is focused on Schadenfreude. When discussing it with a friend of mine, he said, "It is an inhumanely creative solution to a problem the Foundation could almost certainly solve through other less destructive means, considering their current repertoire." To which I said, that wasn't my idea, but I could add that. I was more focusing on why we find the femur breaker funny. Then he said, couldn't think of anything funny. Thanks, Max. I mean, pain is just funny in general. Why is pain funny? Failarmy, for example, a popular YouTube channel, has 16.5 million subscribers. I've been watching this shit for years. When I first watched Failarmy, they didn't even have 1 million subs yet. Some might say to my question, why is pain funny? Schadenfreude. No, I'm not going to say it in German. I don't really feel like... Wait. Paul! Say Schadenfreude in a German accent.
Schadenfreude.
Thanks, Paul.
You're welcome.
So,
Schadenfreude
is German for harm joy, and basically just describes the pleasure of someone else's misfortune. And yes, we all do this. Lord knows how much I love cringe conservative content. It seems that the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique has gone well. The point is, the pain isn't the funny part. As much as this is hilarious, it isn't funny because the people are getting hurt. It's funny because you are better. It's the feeling of ego vitalization that happens when you see someone do something stupid like this. The point is not that they're getting hurt, not that they're in pain. The point is that you are cooler than them. I would never do this. I would never think I'm cooler than anybody else. This is because, or I think this is because, it's easy for a lot of liberals or conservatives or mainstream people in general to see these minor issues and hyper-focus on them rather than actually address systemic changes. Because people saying idiot is much less harmful to disabled people than like everything else, like the world. Man, I know everybody's going to misinterpret that and like say I'm being ableist, but I'm meaning that we need to fix systemic issues rather than fixing individual ones, but oh shucks. Look what the cat hole did. So it can be easy to take a moralistic approach to Schadenfreude. Sorry.
Schadenfreude.
It's not good to watch people get hurt for fun. It's not okay to laugh at that. Is it? I don't know. Probably not. But when it comes down to it, the world isn't an easy place. Life is too short to plan everything, and too long to live in the moment. Man, I need to stay on script. Where am I going? As I'm making this video, there's also a kind of sick justice in the air right now. Because 5 billionaires drove a sub to the Titanic with a PlayStation controller, and got lost. Yes, it's funny. The entire internet is gawking at these probably dead egotists, so far below the sea. It's not funny because they're dying. It's funny because they're stupid, and you could never do that.
Schadenfreude
is a fundamental part of our humanity. A fundamental part that, no matter how much moral hedging you do, is still there. It's futile to try and defy something so innately human. As far as we have come as a species, we're still laughing. We still like it when people get hurt. I'm still laughing at the Femur breaker. Millions are watching Failarmy. What was that sentence? So, how is this related to the Femur breaker? It isn't really. That's just, that's not why the Femur breaker's funny. The Femur breaker's funny because it's ridiculous. I just thought that'd be an interesting way to introduce a little topic. Introduce my favorite SCP, or my favorite containment procedure, the Femur breaker, and get a short little video out. Jesus Christ. This video took forever. Not because it's like long or difficult, it's just, I'm lazy. But I've got a bigger video about entropy and nostalgia hopefully coming out soon. A little reaction type one after that. Special thanks to Max and Paul. Have a great day, and drop a like and a comment and the subscribe.